You all heard me say before, I'm not a big fan of weed barrier cloth because generally underneath it the soil just turns to nothing. But under like a grapevine, it's really nice because it'll let the water through and keep the weeds down. And weeds are the worst things for grapevines because they're all surface rooted, so they're all competing for the same energy. And I had this already mounted. I marked that post, so when I push that back down, it's got marks where it should be, so I can just drive those screws right back in the holes they were in. I have not undone the other end. I put, I don't know if you know what a grubbing hoe is, but if you have to use a grubbing hoe, you've got some tough soil, and that's a grubbing hoe. And you can just put that big blade under it and pull back on it and lift it straight up. And then I put these bricks under it. I rolled that cloth out. It's not enough to go to the end. We got some more. I thought it was more on there than it is, as it usually is. And see, I left enough space so I could do this. And then all you have to do is get another person to help you and pull it forward up to the vine. When you get to the vine, you gotta split the vine, split the cloth, and then pull it right by the vine. And then this is 36 inches and this is 27, so you can leave 3 inches on either side, or you can fold it over, which we'll probably fold it over. And then where your last, you make a cut. You don't want to make a cut all the way across it, just enough to get to the grapevine, and then you would make a big X out of that end of the cut so it has room to expand. And if you're wondering when I planted these why I didn't cut it all back and just have one central cane coming up to make a trunk, well, since I just planted these, I didn't know whether they would all grow, and if I'd cut all but the strongest one off and the strongest one died because it didn't root properly, I'd be in trouble. And it doesn't hurt anything for 2 or 3 weeks of growth. But see, all this extra leaf foliage down here could be making this shoot get up here to this wire. So after I get this down, it's been in the ground long enough, I know it's going to live. I can see some new growth, and I can cut it back to the strongest one and get rid of everything else but the strongest cane to make it come all the way up here to this wire. And hopefully get above it and fork and start down the wire for all of them. Well, back to the getting rid of the weeds. Well, here's the stuff down. I've got a little on each side. It doesn't matter on this side or on the garden side. You just split the fabric up to the stakes and the cane, and then you double this over. That's bunched up because the wind's blowing a little bit. You can come up here and just pull it out flat. And see where I had to cut it, go past the post. Here's the cut. There's a black fabric covering the cut, so weeds can't grow up. Same thing with there. Then when I get up to here, I will just overlap the next roll about a foot back here and run it up to the end. Right now I'm going to take these bricks out and let it lay down flat. Well, you can see by that blaring sun up there, it's definitely sunny in Central Virginia. It must be about 90 degrees, and I tell you, I'm not used to working in 90-degree temperatures. Anyway, I got my cloth weed barrier underneath all that, and they're fixed on each end around each post, and we got mulch on it. Still got to do that other row and clean all that mess out and then make it look like this. We had a little cucumber over there, so at least dug him up, put that cage around him. That rhubarb's not looking too great. We still got a few bags to go. My son's getting his boat ready to go in the water, and we're gonna go back home and come back tomorrow. Time to go up the country.